Should your parrot have a cage? Should your parrot be caged? Hi, I'm Kaylin, author of The Parrot Bliss Bond. Please be sure to get your copy so that you can create a quality life for your parrot so that you can have tons of fun. And the Parrot Bliss Bond will help you do that. You can also subscribe and we'll help you along here as well too. In this video, I am joined by Ursulus, my Amazon. He's got 3 names. We'll go with Mexican today, Mexican Redhead, and Hermione, my Senegal. Should your parrot be caged? Clearly these guys aren't. Or do they have cages? Well, one of the things that I think is very controversial is like having parrots clipping their wings, caging them up. You know, we cage up our criminals, right? Like, that's called jail. And what's interesting is the confinement of a space, like I'm confined in this room right now, it's really more about the intent of the confinement when it comes to, is this a good thing or a bad thing? Because some of my parrots are more protected when they're in their cage. Some of my parrots feel more comfortable, good back, and they're more at ease when they are choosing to be in their cage. With a lot of my parrots, I have an open door policy, and that means that if they want to come out, they can. There are some of them where I don't have an open door policy because, for example, my baby parrots or my caiques, the babies might fly on somewhere to another cage and get their toes bitten, or the caiques might bite their toes. Or, you know, caiques seem to have no fear, and they stand up to every other parrot I have. They stand up to Amazons. They bully my yellow nape. They stand up to my macaws. So some of the caging depends on circumstances. I try to do what's best for my parrots. Now, I'm going to show you a few pictures, and in these pictures, you're going to see some of my parrots hanging out inside their cage when they have the option. The door's wide open, and yet Hermione often chooses around the middle of the day to go into Ursulus's cage, a cage that's got food and water, and sometimes she goes to eat, and although she's got food and water available to her as well, but she goes around the middle of the day to take a nap. And it's kind of neat to see because she just goes right on in and gets in a little corner, like she is in the picture, and takes a rest. Now, she doesn't prefer to be in a cage at night. She's one of my few parrots who I don't cage at night right now. She hangs out on a perch, on the macaw perch. She must have big dreams at night because she sleeps on their perch. And I just hang a towel or a blanket over the perch so that she has some privacy. You and I think, I sleep in a bed at night in my bedroom. I'm comfortable there. I can relax there. I trust the space. I feel safe, secure, and I can let go and recharge for the night. Parrots should have the same. Now, you probably aren't arguing that. You probably agree with that. And to me, their cage is their safe space. It is a place that is meant to be all their own. I don't mind Hermione going into Ursulus's cage because Ursulus does not go in during the day, and he doesn't seem to mind. Otherwise, I'm pretty resolute about the fact that each parrot has their cage, it's their space, and they know it. And they sure seem to. I have my African Greys, have an open door policy with them, and yet Adonis, he comes out sometimes. He hangs out on top of the cage. I offer to pick him up sometimes and take him outside to get some sunshine, or bring him onto a perch to hang out with me for a while. And he will sometimes, but most of the time, he prefers to be in his safe space. You can force a parrot to understand that being in another space with you is fine. It's also safe. But it's really nice to also let them build up some confidence and let them be where they want to be. Let them be where they're comfortable, where they're happy. When they do that, they're more likely to outgrow their discomfort or their fears. We have an orange-winged Amazon who started to not sleep in a cage. I adopted as an adult, and he's happy to be around us. He's happier to be in the bird room. He's not terribly friendly, although he does let me pet him. And after having him for more than a year and a half, he has started to let me pick him up every now and then when he thinks he's going to get a treat, when he thinks it's safe. And one of the ways we've really instilled the safety in him is we've just let him do what he wanted to do, be where he wanted to be. And right now, sometimes it's going in a cage at night and sometimes it's not. So, it's important to make sure that parrots are going to be safe and secure. So if you let them out during the day, it's also important to make sure that you're around. You're around to make sure if you have a parrot like my Kaiques, that they're not going to go eat an electrical cord and get electrocuted. Or if you have a parrot like these guys, actually these guys hang out just fine, but make sure that if they're out during the day, they're not going to run into trouble with each other. So a cage is a great thing. It can be a great thing or it can be a terrible punishment. It can be a great thing because it can be their space, their home, the place where they're safe and secure, the place where they always have food and shelter kind of thing. Or it can be a terrible place where they're constantly incarcerated. They're not allowed to stretch their wings. They're not allowed to fly around. They're not allowed to go and do anything. And of course, the cage should allow them to do more than stretch their wings. And that's why it seems like everyone does a great job of saying the biggest cage you can give your parrot, the better, so that they can stretch their wings. I also find that a lot of people say that they have an open door policy too. They open their cage's door in the morning and they close it at night. And sometimes there are parrots in it and sometimes they're not. But when you're not home or when you're not supervising, it's always a great idea to put them in. We have that open door policy with our macaws as well. But we're finding that putting them in for a rest in the middle of the day when parrots naturally take a rest, no, I would like to keep my ears and my earrings, please. Is a great thing to do. It gives them a chance to relax and take that afternoon nap and maybe focus on eating some good healthy pellets, which, believe it or not, they do when they're in their cage because they're kind of focused as opposed to when they're out of their cage and they're looking for trouble and they're looking for fun and they're looking to engage with us, they're looking to engage with each other, that kind of thing. So make sure that you have a wonderful home or bedroom, you could call it, for your parrot, just like you and everyone in your family hopefully has a bedroom. Like everyone likes to sleep in a nice, comfy, cozy place, your parrots do too. Give them time out, give them time to move around and enjoy themselves, but also give them a nice, safe space. Thanks for joining me in this video. Here's to having a blissful bond with your parrot, because there's nothing better. So be sure to hit the bell and subscribe so that you know the next time Ursula's is trying to steal my earring, and the next time we do a video to help you have that blissful bond. Do you want to say hi, Ursula's? Hi, Ursula's. Parrot kiss? Give me a kiss. Mm.